You know, folks, the whole world is talking about Bitcoin. Want to know why? Maybe it's because Bitcoin rose in value over 150% last year, and this is just the beginning. Bitcoin is online investing that anyone can do. Visit bitcoinuniversity.org today. Take a master class. Download the Book of Bitcoin and take your investment portfolio to the next level. Visit bitcoinuniversity.org and discover all that a Bitcoin can do for you. That's bitcoinuniversity.org, bitcoinuniversity.org.
A common sense recap of the day's biggest stories. It's John Catsimatidis and Rita Cosby. Katz and Cosby on 77 WABC.
And joining us now is the former ICE director, also a former New York cop. His whole family has been cops, his dad and his grandfather. And you couldn't think of a better person to be protecting our country than our next guest, the great Tom Homan. Tom, we are so happy to have you here. Before we get into all this stuff, huge congratulations. And America is going to be, I think, a lot safer with you there helping President Trump. Your reaction when you got the news you're going to be the next border czar, and you were really one of his first announcements, which shows how important this is to this president.
Well, look, I didn't hesitate, man. This is the second time I've come out of retirement to help President Trump, and hopefully it's my last. I mean, hopefully we can fix this thing and get it done and sealed up, and I know we're going to secure the border, and I know we're going to have a massive deportation operation. So, look, I can't help but succeed because I'm following failure.
Yeah,
wow.
That's true. That's true. How bad is it on the border now? How much of a mess? I can't even imagine. You know, we see the pictures, but how bad is it what you're inheriting?
Well, look, it's still historic numbers because what they've done is they've created, two programs they call legal pathways, which are not. They're illegal. The CHNV program that's out, they're flying 30,000 a month into our airports straight from their home countries. Then you got the CBP-1 app. They're bringing thousands a day through the POE. So we got to shut those programs down because they're moving illegal aliens just like what the Border Patrol case. Same population, they're just dividing them up and call them legal entry. So it's still historic numbers compared to President Trump. So we're going to lock that border down and make that border safe. And at the same time, we're going to run that deportation operation. And at the same time, we got three rails here. We secure the border, do the deportation operation, and find and rescue over 300,000 children that this administration released to so-called sponsors that they can't find.
Yeah, what's happening to those 300,000, by the way, Tom, as you're talking, because they never talk about it. The Biden-Harris administration never talks about it. And to me, I can't even imagine what's happening to those kids who came into the country and are, quote, with foster parents or who knows where.
I'll tell you what's happening to them. That's a big part of them are going to be enforced labor. ICE has already found many children working in factories at midnight. Like one example, they were working at a meatpacking plant, cleaning up entrails in the midnight shift, not being paid. So many of these are going to be enforced labor. Some are going to be in the forced sex slavery, sex trafficking, and some are living with pedophiles. My 3.5 decades of doing investigations like this, I guarantee some of these children are living life of hell every day. So we got to find them. We got to rescue them. This administration too busy talking about the 2,500, family separation from the Trump administration over zero tolerance to be bothered with 300,000 kids that they can't find.
Yeah, and they, were espousing they're the party of women and kids, and of course women human traffic. Tom, today we heard unbelievably gripping testimony in the trial of Laken Riley. She's the 22-year-old Georgia nursing student who was brutally, horrifically murdered. And I was watching it. It was so painful to watch, to hear this cop who stumbled on her body and described what he saw. And her alleged killer, the person who's charged with the crime, who's on trial right now, is a guy with ties to Tren de Aragua, a Venezuelan gang. He had prior convictions in New York and in Georgia. This guy never should have been in the country, Tom.
No, he came in this country illegally. The Biden administration gave him a free airline ticket to New York. They gave him a free lodging. They gave him free meals, 3 meals a day for free. They gave him all these benefits, free health care. And now he's, fighting this case, and he's got taxpayer-funded attorneys defending him. And people need to understand that Laken Riley is one of many. There's been many of these cases across the country. I've met hundreds of angel moms and dads who lost their children, murdered by the members of people that are not supposed to be here. And I just people like Mayor Adams and Governor Hochul, you need to listen to that tape, and you need to talk to their parents, and you need to understand this wasn't just a murder. This young girl fought for her life for 17 minutes. She fought for every breath. She fought to survive. She didn't want to die. She fought trying to survive. She struggled for 17 minutes trying to save her own life at the hands of this monster. Listen to the damn tape and tell me you still support sanctuary cities.
Yeah, Ed Cox.
So Tom, you want to get these illegal monsters out of the country, and governors in blue states from New York to California, Colorado, Illinois, in between, they've declared war on the Trump administration, saying they're going to defend their sanctuary city right down the line. So how do you fight that? What do you do to get these monsters out from the sanctuary cities?
Well, first of all, I find it unbelievable as a kid who grew up with family cops. I find it unbelievable that where we are now as a nation, that those that want to enforce the law are the bad guys, and ones that broke the law are all of a sudden the victims. President Trump has made it clear that priorities on the deportation operation out the gate is public safety threats and national security threats. I can't believe there's any elected mayor or governor that doesn't want public out of their communities. They're standing there preventing me from taking public safety threats out of their communities. Well, I got news for them. They're not going to prevent Tom Homan from doing anything. If they don't want to help, then get the hell out of the way, because we're coming. Federal law overrides any state and local law. We're coming to do the job that American people have mandated President Trump to do. Landslide victory. His number one issue, clean up the streets from this illegal alien crime and secure the border, and we're going to do it. So, again, either help me or get out of my way, because we're coming and we're going to do it.
Bravo, Tom Homan. I'm telling you, and the American public is clearly behind you. They don't want, especially those convicted of these horrible crimes. Governor David Patterson.
Well, after listening to this conversation, it's just clear why the election turned out the way it did. It would have been a different outcome, perhaps, if my own party really heard the American people and was witness to some of these crimes that Mr. Homan has described. And it's really a shame that we've gotten to the point where we're so politicized that we can't see danger for what it really is.
And look, Tren de Agua, MS-13, these gangs are all over the United States now, and they're going to be a priority target for us. And to Tren de Agua, their reign of terror is coming to the end. We're going to take them out. We're going to get them out of the country. And Tom Homan's gang's bigger than their gang, and we're going to take them on and we're going to remove them. So Tren de Agua is on notice. Your reign of terror is over.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank goodness, Tom Homan, that you are at the helm and you have this priority. And listen, I think the American public, you put out there, Tom, if they fight you guys, you put out, okay, well, this mayor or this governor is preventing the deportation of this 3-time killer or this 3-time sex offender. You can imagine the way the public would react to that. They will be cheering you on, and we will be cheering you on. Tom, thank you again, and congrats, Tom.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you so much. Thank you so much.
Janine Pirro here for Colonial Metals Group. Colonial Metals Group helps Americans protect their future with the most trusted store of wealth in human history, physical gold and silver. If you're retiring or retired, go to colonialmetalsgroup.com/Pirro for your free Janine Pirro Colonial Metals Group Retirement Protection Kit, or call 800-965-8004. 800-965-8004 now to receive a free home safe and up to $7,500 in free silver.